Hey guys, bit of unfortunate news. I'm in Santiago right now. I lost yesterday in the first round, and since the match, my shoulder has been killing me. I've had some tightness, some soreness on my shoulder on and off, in the last year or so, basically, of playing. But this time it just feels worse. Had a hard time sleeping. It really hurts to do just basic movements. So I decided to go back home. I was down here to play 3 events: Santiago, Asunción, and Concepción. But I don't think forcing it's going to be the right move. Typically, I play through, pain and aches because you're never really 100% pain-free. So I hate making a decision like that. It annoys the shit out of me. I'm not good at being injured. I've been fortunate in my career that I've never had anything too serious. So when I do have to make a decision like that, it does really bother me. It's annoying just, timing wise, and, I had a good sequence of events planned, but rather maybe take a couple of weeks off and figure this out and sort it out than play through it and maybe make it potentially worse. So I'm just being a little bit extra cautious because if I have a really big injury, I'm not gonna continue to do this. So not the greatest start of the season so far. I feel like I'm doing the right things, but there's obviously things that are also out of your control. So a bit disappointed at that. We'll see what's going on, and maybe I'll continue this video, but just wanted to record something. All right. Damn, that was a mopey guy in those first 2 minutes. Sorry for that bummer start of the video, but that's what we do here. We show the downs as well, not just the ups. I'm back home. Like I said earlier, I'm being forced to take a little bit of time off. I don't know the full details yet. It's one of those things when you've done this for so long that you know what kind of aches and pains you can play through. What are the ones that are more serious? What are the ones that it's you gotta be a little bit more careful? For the most part, I'm good at playing through things, but this time it just doesn't feel like the right choice. So, I'm just gonna trust my gut on that. And like I said earlier in the video, I've been lucky with not ever having any major injury. So let's knock on wood for that one. One more time. So it's all good. I'm not in crazy bad spirits. It's a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. On the bright side, since it's an upper body injury, I can still work on my fitness and my footwork, which is something I really need to continue to do. So I won't just be laying around bothering my wife or anything. I'm just actually gonna continue to do some work. Just gonna have to be a little bit more careful. Hitting for a little bit. I think serving for the most part, it's gonna take a little while for me to serve again, maybe a week or 2 here, hopefully not longer than that. And I figure since I'm making this video right now, we don't wanna spend 20 minutes talking about an injury or something like that. So why not talk about how the season is going so far? We're basically 3 months in, season number 2 of turning pro at 30. How's it been going so far? Sure, not great. And guys, just a quick break here to thank today's video sponsor, David. It's really hard to consume your optimal protein intake every day. Most of us are busy with life, so having something like David here makes life so much easier. Personally, between practices and fitness sessions, having a bar like this makes life so much easier. I have one after my practices, after my fitness. I literally almost ran out of the bars before I was able to even shoot this. David bars have the highest protein to calorie ratio on the market with 28 grams of protein and only 150 calories per bar. They're also blood sugar friendly, which is great. They don't spike your blood sugar, which is actually a horrific thing that happens if you're playing a sport. You're up here and all of a sudden you're down there. That blood sugar crash can be horrible for performance. They're gluten-free as well, and they're science-backed, receiving public support from dietitians, athletes, and doctors. I love these things. They're traveling with me now. I'm in Chile filming this. They taste great. They also have a unique texture, a little bit like soft dough, but combined with some crunchy crisps. Very unique to this bar and delicious. So get yours before they sell out. Use the link in the description or go to davidprotein.com. Again, thanks David for supporting this video. I love these things. Go check them out. Link in the description. It's funny, there's something in tennis every player is aware of, and it's that the sophomore season, it's always much harder. Vamos. Like, pay attention to some of the players who have been rising up the rankings really fast, how they're gonna do on their second season. During that first season, you know, they're new to the scene, players don't know how to play them, he or she, doesn't matter. They're excited, they have nothing to lose really because they're not defending points. That's kind of what happened with me. Their opponents, you know, haven't figured their games out, all that stuff. But then the second season comes, you know, the competition already is better prepared for your game. There's a little more pressure to defend points and all of that. So for the most part, there's obviously not all players, but for the most part, there's always that second season slump that many players have to get through. And I think right now I find myself a little bit in that situation, not like fully in that situation, but a little bit. Because I started the season in the top 300, I'm obviously more focused on playing challengers. And unlike futures where you can, for the most part, play yourself into form, in challengers, you have to be good from the get-go, because otherwise you're most likely to lose, you know, in the first round. It's really part of this whole, you know, transition from, you know, one level to another. I was prepared for it, but it is obviously annoying. For me in particular is that almost like lack of matches, lack of being in that moment. You know, the more matches you play, obviously the more matches you win, you build that muscle of, you know, having confidence in the important moments of the match. Like for example, last year I started with a UTR event, which I played like 6 matches, ended up winning, and then I won a 25K. So I started the year basically like 12-0, and regardless of the level you're winning, either just gives you confidence because you're playing so many matches, like, you know, back to back to back. So I was like really hot from the start. Obviously this year it hasn't been the same. The reality is I could drop back down to futures, play some more 25Ks, hopefully get some more matches. But for now, I just want to continue to play the bigger events. I don't really want to go hide in the futures. That's a little bit more of a safe space. I know I can win more matches there even if I'm not playing, you know, my best tennis or just high quality tennis. But again, right now, it. I don't want to do that. I want to experience playing at a higher level. That's why I'm doing this for. That can change through the year, of course, depending on rankings. But right now, my ranking allows me to play main draws of, you know, a good amount of challengers. So I'm going to, you know, stick to it and continue to do that. Just one good week to turn things around. So we're sticking to it for now. And that's kind of the reality for the majority of the players. You build your ranking, you know, you might play like, I don't know, 24, 25, 30 events in a year, but most of your points are gonna come from like 5 to 6 to 8 good weeks in a year. Like last year, I won 2 25Ks, made 2 semis of challenger, so those are like my bigger points. And then I made a bunch of semis of futures and a few quarters of challengers as well. But there's all those tournaments that you basically throw away. They're 3 points, 0 points, 1 point, that they don't really matter. At the end of the day, it's just those few big weeks that really help your ranking stay up there. Game-wise, I actually feel like I've been playing some solid tennis. Not amazing by any means. I've definitely played some better, but also not like awful. I just haven't been able to put together maybe everything at the same time in the same week. Like in Rio, for example, I thought I played great on everything but returning. When I look back at the match, the poor returning is what really, you know, didn't get me through the finish line. I had a lot of like lot 15s and 1530s, and then you watch it back, it's like always making a return mistake, not even on like a unbelievably good serve. If I had returned 15% better, I think I would have won that match. So it's just, again, the nature of the game, the nature of playing at a higher level against higher level competition. But overall, just feeling like I'm playing a more all-around game, getting to the net a little bit better, you know, hitting my forehand slightly bigger. So just continuing to work on those things and hope for them to click, you know, at the right time. But for sure, there's been a little bit of like overthinking, maybe overcomplicating the process. So I'm going back to simplifying it. I think during the off-season there's too many like voices, not necessarily just external, but maybe even internal, just like, oh, my serve needs to get better, otherwise I won't be able to rise up the rankings, and I need to be hitting bigger, this and that. You just start, when you're playing the sport, you need to continue to evolve, obviously, but sometimes you can go too far one way. Like you're looking at it statistically, you need to be doing these things, and that just doesn't work for me. You know, like I work when, for me, it's like the simpler it is, the better. Once you start hyper focusing on certain things and maybe forget about the parts of your game that make you really good, you're just sort of in this like gray zone. Like you're not really doing the things that you naturally do very well, but then the things that you don't naturally do that well, you're expecting too much of as well. So it's this like balance between getting those things better, but also just dial it in what you are good at. And that creates a slight loss of like identity, I'd say, like on court. But no more, fuck that. We're going back to simplifying. We're going back to Walmart Agassi. Maybe I gotta level up to like Target Agassi. That's probably a good one. Target, honey, what would it be? She's not replying to me. Honey. So yeah, but yeah, that's it really. I mean, it hasn't been, you know, the greatest 3 months. I don't think, again, I've been playing poorly. I've had some tough draws as well, but it's nice to actually record these videos and stuff because I can look back at them and try to, you know, learn some lessons. We obviously learn more from losing than from winning. And really, this shit's hard. You know what I mean? It's like there's lots of ups and downs, and you know you've got to stay motivated, and it's not easy to do all the time, but that's the reality of you know, trying to play, you know, at the highest level you can. But for now, I'm still enjoying it. I'm still, you know, eager to train and get better and get some results. And hopefully I'll start turning things around pretty soon. And by the way, I'm not giving up. I get a lot of comments like that. Don't give up, Karu, don't give up. I appreciate the support, but like at no point I'm saying I'm giving up. I'm just being real that, you know, stuff is hard. You know, it can always be just, you know, smiles and sunshine. Finishing the season out, we'll play through it and then we'll figure it out. So yeah, just wanted to continue to update you guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do content wise for a little while, depending on what I can do on court and stuff, but obviously you guys will hear from me first here on the channel. This gives me a little time to maybe do some Karu Doing Things videos. Ooh. Have you guys gone and subscribed to Karu Doing Things yet? I'm gonna leave a link below. It's my other channel about different things in my life, so appreciate if you guys go check that out. I already have one video up there and probably make a few more while I'm rehabbing. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you guys updated on the injury. Again, I don't think it's like a major thing, but it is something that's gonna keep me off the court probably for the rest of March here. And hopefully I'll be back early in April and we'll just go right back to it. So, so that's it really. I'll see you guys on the next one.